All right, so we're still doing some dynamics with vectors here. This time we're just going to use our graphics calculator to do what we want to do. So at time t seconds, a particle has a position vector given by the expression, and here's our expression here for our position vector. Use a graphics calculator to plot the trajectory of this particle across the interval 0 to 5 seconds. All right, so graphics calculator, let's jump in and use our graphics calculator. Where is it? Somewhere along here. Okay, here's my graphics calculator. Now I'm just going to go into the graph and table mode. Now, just make sure you can see that properly. Hopefully that's working. Now, usually you use y equals something, but we're not doing just a simple function here. It's what we can call a parametric function. So if we go into this selector here, there's one here that's x subscript t. That's the one we're going to use. And then we're going to put in two functions. The function that describes the I component of our equation, and a function that describes the j component. I should be in sheet 1 there. That's better. The I component and the j component. So going back to my question. Now the part that describes the I component is just 2t. So I'm going to type that in here. So just when you're typing this in here, it'll be 2, and then show you here, click the keyboard button, and then choose the 2D option here. And then over here, there's a T. Choose that T there. Be careful, don't press the ABC and use that T, because that's something different. Okay, and the other value was, what was the other one? 25 minus T squared. 25 minus, again, I'm going to use that little T here, T squared. Okay, so now I've got get rid of my keyboard so I can see my graph again. And then I'm going to graph this. Now, before you graph it, you probably can put in like what you expect your x and your y values to be. So I'm going to jump in there. All right, so I'm going to put an x minimum of 0, maximum of 11, a y minimum of -5, and a y maximum of 30. Now remember, we're graphing between time equals 0 and time equals 5. If you subbed in 0 and 5, that would let you know what your x minimum and y maximum should be. Okay, click OK here, graph it, press the little graph button up here. Okay, so what this shows us is it's difficult to fully grasp what's going on here. So this is going to be my x value and my y value, but there's also a time attached to that. So the best way to see what's actually going on is with your analysis tool. If I can get that to work. Okay, analysis, click trace, and then we can like arrow through this. So if I arrow through, I'm just going to arrow through to time equals 1 second so I can really, there we go. Okay, I'm about there. So it says when time equals 1 second, the x value is 2.19 and the y value is 23.79. They're our I and our j components there respectively. So at the 1 second mark, that's going to be my I component, that's going to be my j component. And we can go all the way through here and just see what's happening at each point there. All right, that's graphing those using the parametric function on your graphics calculator.